Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Broncos. All that and more coming up next.
As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
On first down, back to Achane. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To throw is Goff. Little short pass here to Hill. And he's taken down inside the 30. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll run. Achane. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. In motion left goes a tight end. One more time with Achane. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Goff now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down.
Touchdown! Taysom Hill from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So here come the Chargers as they get set for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. To the air with McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
In motion goes the tight end. Throwing is McCarthy. Bryant with a catch right side. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now 2nd and 9. Shakir hauls it in. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Looking to throw McCarthy. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with 4th down and 1. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. Nick Chubb stops short. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Powerful running, and certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Out of the gun, Goff.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Goff. Little short pass here to Hill. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Now it's Goff. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Goff now looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Goff throwing again. It's complete to Brown, right side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Devon Achane.
37 yards.
And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it's now 14-0.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Toward the sideline, intercepted.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here we go. What's that?
After the interception, here's Goff.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Little short pass here to Hill. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now Goff. Rolling to his right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Trying to find Jameson Williams.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. Goff now looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Goff. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Broncos continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Aubrey now for the PAT.
And it is now 21-0. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Now McCarthy.
get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. Derek Carr, another strong performance, as his guys claim victory number 13 on the year. In the first half, it was the veteran quarterback Jared Goff who had command of the offense. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the shotgun, McCarthy.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
He may go.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Back to throw.
McCarthy.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Third down from the gun, McCarthy. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Reek Woolen.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Broncos offense and Jared Goff set to take over. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Gone. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Chargers offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense is
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Broncos are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson. They work now on 2nd and 9. Again, it's Achane.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here's Goff. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one...
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. Looking to throw.
McCarthy. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 4.
Back to throw.
McCarthy. Has his man, it's Shakir.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
To the air with McCarthy.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Chubb. Touchdown, Chargers.
He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. 5 plays there on that drive. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Up the middle, Achane.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Goff.
They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not,
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll give this to Achane.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Throwing now, Goff. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taysom Hill, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Broncos are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Aubrey now for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And the Chargers coming out on the field now.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA Sports.